Well, well, well. That looks stupid now, don't I? The quad is definitely not on anymore. Oh, what can I say? City nil, Southampton 2. Let's get into this, unfortunately. I said in the last video I'd see how this game would make me feel, depending on if I'd make a video for this. Boy, did that game make me feel awful. It's just such a bad game, like, just overall, but point one is basically about the quad not being on anymore. After the title of the last video was "The quad is on," it's just typical City. A week later, turns it on his head and we're out of the Carabao Cup. Our favourite cup, in fairness. We have a bit of a love for the Carabao Cup, don't we? We've won it. It's the most times we've won it. I think maybe joint with Liverpool, or Liverpool might have went ahead last year. But yeah, we won it like 4 times in a row, or something like that. We fell in love with the Carabao. I'm so annoyed out of it. I'm so annoyed. People are saying they're more annoyed at the performance rather than going out. I'm annoyed at both, to be fair. But yeah, quad is no longer on. And at the rate we're going, I don't think any of them are going to be on. Champions League, we get smashed by someone. The likes of Napoli, Bayern, PSG even, Real Madrid. We're going to get smashed by someone. We'll get knocked out anyway if we keep going the way we're going. Premier League, if we don't fix up soon, same with that. FA Cup. Arsenal in the FA Cup next. That's a tricky game as well. Boy, and that's coming up soon. If we don't fix up fast, we are done in for here. So never mind a quadruple, mind even a single. We need the Premier League at least, at the very least. Yeah, so quadruple no longer on. I think it's only the last week or so that people have started to talk about it, because this is the time of season where it comes up. I think it was Liverpool last year or the year before. It's always around this time when the Carabao Cup comes back in, the FA Cup comes in. Coming up to the Champions League now is when quadruple talk starts to come up right. It only got mentioned first like last week. I stuck it in the title and we're out of it now. Great going. Oh gee, typical City that, yeah. So number 2 is just the performance all around, just start to finish, goalkeeper to striker. You know what, before the game I thought it was a decent lineup. I liked the front 6. Yeah, front 6 I liked, but I would have changed what I would have had Stones in, but Stones was ill or not match fit, so I probably would have had a Kanji in for Walker. Walker at centre back, as we've seen, not it at all. And I would have had Rico Lewis in for Sergio Gomez. Had Sergio Gomez at right back and then put Cancelo at left back, because how Cancelo can't play at right back is beyond me. He came in as a £60 million right back from Juventus. That's why we bought him. We didn't know he was going to play left back. We think anyway. Who knows what Pep is up to. But yeah, bought him in as 60 million right back and he can't play there. He's trash there. So I would have just keep him on the left. Don't play him on the right anymore. Yeah, so I want to see Rico Lewis right back, Cancelo left back. I like Laporte as left centre back. When we move to a back 3, I don't like him in the centre. I prefer him to be where Ake is, out on the left. If we're going to play that 3 centre backs in the build-up, Laporte should be in Ake's position. Ake is not as progressive there. Well, he can progress play as well as Laporte, like. But yeah, it was kind of the team I wanted, just although those 2 players change up that whole back 4 completely. We start off with Gomez. Gomez had a trash game again. Well, not again. He had a decent game against Chelsea, but that's just Chelsea are just that bad. It makes Gomez look good. He's just very weak on the ball. He gets shoved off everything. I'm pretty sure Zinchenko wasn't this week. Like, Gomez gets eased off of the ball very, very easily. He always gets turned, and you always feel when he's last man back he's going to concede a red card. I think it happened against Chelsea. I think he tripped on someone. It may have been last man back, but the ref didn't give a free kick for it. But yeah, he always seems susceptible to be nudged off the ball. He was at fault for the first goal that he just gave the ball away. A simple 5-yard pass to Jack Grealish. Just intercepted. I don't know if he wasn't looking up at him or what, but he was just steaming down, played a bad ball, and then they go and score straight away. That's the kind of attack that Pep hates. Giving the ball over in transition, and they're just attacking us while we were about to pounce on them. That's why Pep hates that sort of attack. As I mentioned briefly, Walker centre back, not it. The angles just don't work for him. The angles he plays at right back are more suitable to his game. Maybe his concentration as a centre back isn't up to what his concentration is as a right back, although he is susceptible to lapses in concentration at right back as well. It's obviously a different ball game when you're playing at centre back, and he got caught out a few times. His passing as well was well off. That had nothing to do with his positioning. His just passing was just off as well. As I said, Cancelo at right back, not it. Don't play him there anymore. It's funny because maybe just don't play him as a wide centre back. Maybe the angles for his game doesn't work as a wide right back. Maybe as an inverted right back like he played in 2020-21 season, where he played in like an inverted role next to Rodri. He excelled that season. He was team of the year that season. So yeah, maybe play him in that role instead of a wide right. Maybe he'll play better. But I think just keep him on the left for the time being. Keep him high and wide up on the left-hand side for the time being, just for him to get back into form, because he's been awful the last couple of games. Calvin Phillips, you know, I was excited to see him before the game get a full 90 minutes, because when he came on against the Chelsea game, he was very, as I said in the last video, he's very good at getting the ball and looking up and pinging a ball that wide straight away. But what he's not good at is his first touches to control the ball. Rodri is so much better at that, but Phillips it just gets stuck under his feet a little bit, and he kind of has to waste those little half seconds trying to get the ball out of his feet. People close him down then. Yeah, just Phillips needs to learn how to get the ball and get rid of it very quickly. And his concentration levels, he didn't seem active enough in the midfield. He didn't seem to be blocking areas. Availability for the ball as well a couple of times. He was kind of moving into areas where other players were, kind of just not realising where the space is. Yeah, it's just underwhelming performance from Phillips. But it's almost one of them ones it's hard to see what he did wrong, because he was just out of the game. That's probably, as a CDM and we're 2-0 down, you should be seeing where he is a lot of the time, because he should be doing a lot of defending if we're 2-0 down. And Southampton played a lot better than us, so Calvin Phillips should have been all over the park, breaking up play left, right and centre, because they had a lot of the ball and they were pressing us high for a lot of the game. So yeah, Phillips is just not in the good books again. I thought he was going to have a good game this game. Well, to be fair, I thought the whole team was going to play well. I suppose that didn't help him either, but yeah, not a good game from Phillips either. Ortega was decent. He wasn't that bad. It's just for that second goal, the positioning was horrendous, like. But he does have to be in that position a lot of the time to make sure he's coming out sweeping. But I think his defence was retreated enough for him not to be that close. Maybe when they're higher up near the halfway line, he should be in that position, because there's way more space. But the defence was quite far back, and he should have been in his goal at that point. So yeah, he did make a good save though before that in the first half. I think it was going in, he made a great save. So made up for one, kind of, but people only remember him for the goal. It's just unfortunate him for that one. He'll know not to be that far out again, but just make sure he is that far out for when play is near the halfway line, but just drop back when the defence drops back, sort of thing. Also, another point that I've been wanting to say recently, Phil on the left wing, he's just not in this system that we're playing anyway. As I said, I think in the last video, it's just like a magnet is always drawing him back to goal. He doesn't even come in field. When he does come in field, it's all back towards the defence again. He just refuses to go down the line. He's just lucky that his alternative Grealish is no better than him, like. That's why he'll still stay in the team, and Grealish got hooked last night. Yeah, Grealish, the less said about him the better. He's just a flop in general, like. It is what it is at this point. If he comes average, yeah, fair enough, but he'll never be the 100 million player that we expect of him, or City expect of him, because they paid that much. Yeah, not sure about Cole Palmer either. People are kind of giving him a lot of stick because he was finally used in the right wing role, but I'm going to give him a pass. It was his first time out there in ages. He didn't play that badly, but yeah, he laid it nicely off to Gundogan in the first half, and Gundogan scuffed his shot wide. So if that goes in, that would have been a nice moment for him. But yeah, I think he should have taken his man on more down the line. But this is the thing with inverted slow wingers. It's different if you have inverted fast wingers like Mane and Salah last season. They can go inside or outside, but we have inverted slow wingers that have to keep coming inside. At least Mahrez is scoring recently. Mahrez is the only winger that's doing his job right. Should have played him last night, although everyone just performed rotten last night, so probably best to leave him out. Funny that even when the big boys did come on, we couldn't get a shot on target. We didn't even get a shot on target! Since 2018 or something like that, it's the first time we haven't had a shot on target since Liverpool battered us 3-0. But yeah, and we got battered last night as well, 2-0 by Southampton. They're bottom of the league. What's going on? Yeah, not right. Something's not right. Something's not right, which is point number 3. Even Gundogan came out and said it today. Something's just missing from the group this season. Yeah, it's just our attacks. I've thought it for ages. The attacks aren't fluid enough. We don't have proper methods of chance creation. 2017, 2018, 2019, fullbacks bombing down, cutting back for tapping, or wingers doing the same thing. It's like that David Silva pass down the line to Leroy Sané to cut back, or KDB to Raheem Sterling to cut back. We're just missing that. We've relied too much on individual brilliance of Kevin De Bruyne, who's off form altogether, and Erling Haaland just bailing us out, just scoring everything that seems to go at him. One of his touches last night was like a Zlatan touch. It was ridiculous. A lot of of, I think, has to do with the lack of wingers, the lack of options on the wide, just always cutting inside, but also Pep changing tactics and systems too much at the back especially. We rarely have a consistent back four. That's partly due to injuries, but purely down to Pep as well. Pep has to take some of the blame on this. I think the most amount of times we played with the same back four is 3 games a season. 3 times a season is the most amount of times we played with the same back four. That's not good enough. How is a backline and a team supposed to get into the rhythm playing the same system? It's either Cancelo at right back, or Cancelo at left back, or Ake at left back, or John Stones at right back, or Walker at centre back, or Gomez at left back, or Rico Lewis at right back. See what I mean? See how many options I name there, and then pair them up together in different combinations every time. It's mad. Both require different systems. Like Rico Lewis plays an inverted role. Cancelo, he's been played out wide. He's been playing inverted. Same with Kyle Walker. Gomez played inverted sometimes last night. He has also played up high and wide. Cancelo's high and wide on the left. When Ake plays at left back, it's in like a back 3 with Ake at left centre back, and you have a right centre back and a centre back. See how many different formations I've just rambled off the top of my head there? It's just, how is you supposed to get any sort of consistency when it's always changing up? I think this is a big problem, but then just players just out of form as well. Kevin De Bruyne has fallen off a cliff recently. That back four combination paired with our wingers just always cutting inside. No, it's always so predictable. No pace on the wings, no chance creation methods, and just solely relying on Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland to bail us out. It's just all come together to create one pile of rubbish this season. Oh yeah, it's a transition season, but I don't want Erling Haaland's first season to everyone just be able to blame him then and just say, oh, we're better with a false 9. Yeah, maybe, but we had Gabriel Jesus out wide for a lot of last season. We had Raheem Sterling to come off the bench sometimes as well. Remember his assist against Aston Villa? Just simple, straight down the line and cross it into the back post. Simple, yet effective. But yeah, it's tough. Pep gets paid the big bucks, so he's going to have to sort it out and figure something out. I just want him to go back to how we played against Chelsea. I know Chelsea are trash. We won 4-0. Why was that? Who was playing? Gomez was left back, that's fine. Who was playing right back? Walker was at right back, and then you had 2 normal centre backs. Was it Stones and Laporte? It was Laporte anyway. Yeah, I think it might have been Stones. See, that's a fine back four. You've Kyle Walker in his proper place. 2 good centre backs who can play out from the back. See, that's another problem with Nathan Ake playing at left back. He can't really play progressive passes like Laporte. So if we're going to play someone at left back, I prefer it to be Laporte. Even if you put Ake at centre back, then that's fine. But because Ake is better at centre back and Laporte is better at progressive passes, cutting in between the lines, even switches of play, he's way better at that. Although Ake did play a few last night, which is like the first time I've ever seen him do that, by the way. Some of them didn't land where they wanted to, but still, he's starting to try him. Yeah, Gomez high and wide up on the left against Chelsea. Laporte, Stones, Walker left at the back. That's fine. That's a system we've played with many times and it works. And that's why we won 4-0. Partly due to a couple of penalties and a free kick. But that third goal, or was it the second? You know, the one where we actually played. It was the only non-set piece goal. But yeah, that was just great football. Return to that, please, Pep. You'll be doing a good job. Thanks. Also, just another point I've seen today on Twitter. Maybe a lack of leadership. Maybe Diaz at the back, and maybe a lack of Fernandinho as well. Just maybe a lack of someone to get the players by the scruff of the neck and like knock some sense into them. Even Diaz, I've seen something like when Sergio Gomez makes a foul or a mistake, the players are like throwing the hands up in the air. KDB does that a lot, and Laporte was kind of disappointed in like him. Compare that to like Diaz, who'd go up and like, I don't know, like maybe headbutt them, not headbutt them, but like kind of maybe give them a shake up or something, or encourage them. That's the first and last time that's happened. You'll do better on the next one. It's just the difference in like, it might boost their confidence. It'd be like Diaz with Zinchenko a lot. Even Diaz with Stones. When Stones came back into form in 2020, this was because that partnership with Diaz was so important. Diaz's intangibles, his leadership, his constant, not affection, but like propping his players up around him. Probably one of the reasons why Liverpool shouted for Jordan Henderson for Player of the Year like in 2018. Just those intangibles that make a team more cohesive and joined together, and yeah, just rather than putting each other down, just building each other up to play well. Maybe we're lacking that at the back as well. Number 4, Southampton just kind of deserved it as well. They pressed us very well. They played a lot better. They won most of the second balls, I'm pretty sure. They just seemed well up for it. They just capitalised on all our failings that we had in that game, and they took their chances. Even though we had a lot of the ball in the second half, towards the end, they looked like the one more threatening of a goal. They looked like the team more likely to score, to be fair. But yeah, Southampton, to be fair, deserved it. They're up against Newcastle now. I kind of want Newcastle to win the Carabao Cup now, just so they'll probably beat United. They have more chance of beating United in the final anyway. Imagine Newcastle at a cup final. They will be up for it. So that'll be quite good to see. Oil money winning again. Southampton performance was good. They won every ball, as I said. Yeah, just good from them in fairness. Romeo Lavia, that's his name, yeah. We gave him away. We should have kept him and not bought Phillips, but yeah. Lavia dunking at our head. Number 5. Oh, where do we go from here? Where do we go? We've got fixtures coming up thick and fast this month, and if we don't get our heads sorted, like, we are done for. We've United at the weekend, and they're in the form of their lives at the moment. Although some of the games they've played have been rubbish teams. But we've not beaten Everton. We couldn't beat Brentford. We couldn't beat Southampton last night. We have no. We can't say their fixture list was bad, because our fixture list was just as fine up until now. Now is the hard times for City, but it would be typical City to beat United the weekend and go on a good run, but I just feel this time these haven't been fluke performances. I can't remember the Brentford one, maybe that one was, but yeah, the most recent ones we haven't been playing. Even Chelsea 1-0, we didn't play well that game either. Everton didn't play well. Last night we didn't play well. These aren't fluke performances. These are system problems, form problems with players. It's just, yeah, I don't know. United, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, bro. I don't know what we do. Well, I do know what we do, but we go back to a normal back four. Ederson at the back, Cancelo left, Walker right, Stones at port. That's what I want to see. Then we've got Tottenham twice in the space of a couple of weeks. We've got Arsenal twice in the space of a couple of weeks. We've got Arsenal, one of them in the FA Cup, which they can knock us out of, and that'll be out of 2 competitions within a couple of weeks. Yeah, we need to get sorted straight away, and it's up to Pep to find the answers. He better be roaring at the players in training. It must be something to do with the body language, because he keeps harping on about it. But yeah, not good. We need to fix up. I said I was so confident the last game for the rest of the season, but he went and messed the lineup again, even though it was mostly the lineup I wanted. But even just that structure at the back, you have to get your structure solid at the back. As Alex Ferguson said, forwards win games, defense wins you titles. It's true, because the defense is what you build off. It's the structure to build up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting worried now for this season. If we lose to United the weekend, I think they're like a point behind us. It's mad. United are a point behind us. We'll definitely be in 3rd. Newcastle United should go above us, although they drew against Arsenal last weekend, so I don't know where they are in the table at the moment. We're just lucky Arsenal plays Spurs, but I think Arsenal will beat them, and then Spurs will beat us a couple of weeks later, just, you know, because it's Spurs like. But yeah, we need to fix up fast. We need to fix up soon. We need to fix up. What do we do? What do we do? But yeah, that's my review of Southampton 2, City 0. Will I do a preview for the United game? Yeah, I might do a short one. That'll be out for the United game. When is the United game? I don't know. Saturday or Sunday. Oh, it's early kickoff Saturday. No, that's tough. That is tough. I remember City Extra Lad saying it's an early kickoff, so yeah. Hardly an early kickoff on Sunday. Sundays don't do early kickoffs, but yeah, I think it's 12:30 on a Saturday. Oh, that's rotten. That is rotten. So yeah, if I get the preview out in time, I get it out. But yeah, that was the review for that Southampton game. Don't forget to like, comment what? What should I comment? Comment your score predictions for the United. Actually, comment what you think the back four will be for United. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Peace.